queer or not, here we come. G'day folks, Wren here, and today I am here to announce that I'm starting a book club. Now, I've always wanted to do some kind of like community-based booktube thing, but I've always been way too scared to do it. Because like anxiety, imposter syndrome, all those fun things have been stopping me from doing anything. I can't let my fear of failure or embarrassment stop me from doing something I really want to do. So I'm here to announce the Queer or Not book club. Now this is a book club that is all about queer books, as displayed by some of these. If you didn't know, I am a very queer. I am an agender biromantic person. So I am very queer. I love reading queer books. Queer books are amazing, and I am always trying to promote queer books because I feel like there are a lot of books out there that are queer that people don't know about, and like maybe they just don't know that a particular book is queer or has any kind of queer representation. So I want to try and spread the word of the queers. There will be one book every month that you can read. You don't have to, but you can. And it will be a queer book. Each month there's a different prompt and a queer book will fit that prompt. And then all there is to do is read the book if you want to, and then you can join in the discussions. There will be a live show on this channel here every month. So say we read a book in May, we'd have from the 1st of May to the 31st of May to read it. And then on the first Saturday of June, we would have a live show discussion. 1 month to read the book, following Saturday, there will be a live show. Now live shows will be in my time zone, obviously, because I'm the one hosting this, and that is currently Australian Central Standard Time. And then as well as the live shows, I have also set up a Discord. So the Discord will be linked down below and you can come and join. It will be a place where we can chat about the books we're reading. You can suggest other queer books, or if you really want a particular queer book read for the book club, there is a space there for that as well. Also in the Discord will be all of the books we will read, separate channels for them. You will see books in the future that are going to be read. So there will also be a post on Instagram when this video goes up that will have all of the infographics that will hopefully also explain everything I'm talking about. I'm going to announce the first 3 books that we'll be reading now, and then in August I will put up the next 3 months worth of book club picks that we're going to read. So you always have enough time to get the book, plan out whatever you might want to plan. I've also tried to make these books as accessible as possible. I wanted to make sure that they were either available on my library, either physically or as an audio or ebook. If they weren't on there, then I tried to see if they were available on Scribd maybe, or if they weren't available there, then the ebook version is at least a reasonable price. So this book club is going to be starting in June, which is Pride Month for most places in the world. From the 1st of June to the 30th we'll be reading a book, and then the following Saturday will be the live show. So the prompt for June is indie, so an indie queer book. The book we will be reading for June is Of the Wild by E. Wambian. The main queer identity that this one has is asexual. There is also a trans character and a male-male relationship. So this is going to be a really short book. It only has 136 pages, so just to like dip our toes into this book club. So I will just read off the synopsis. So Of the Wild is about Ares. Ares is about Ares, a shapeshifter of the wild who steals children from unloving homes and raises them as his own in an enchanted grove deep in the woods. Under the protective eye of their new guardian, the children absorb the forest's magic and grow more fae-like than human. Some of them sprout mushrooms or flowers, while others develop scales or wings. But the reserve of magic that keeps Ares and his forest home alive is inexplicably running dry. With his life waning and the dangers of the wild creeping closer and closer, Ares will do anything to protect his family, even set his hopes on an unlikely new arrival in the woods, a human stranger. So if that sounds interesting to you, join us in June when we will be reading this book and talking about it, and then having a live show first Saturday in July. Speaking of July, our July prompt is disability rep. So any kind of disability that has a queer main character, that fits. So for this, we'll be reading 16 Souls by Robbie Talbot. So this one has 288 pages, and it has a trans character, there's a male-male relationship, and there's a bilateral amputee. 16-year-old Charlie has problems. He's a seer of spirits in York, the most haunted city in Europe, and all his friends are ghosts. His sisters have glittered his prosthesis again, and his crush is dating someone new. On top of that, famous spirits are mysteriously vanishing from York's alleys and snickelways. Charlie is determined to stay out of it, but Sam, the irritating new seer in town, expects him to track down who, or what, is responsible and uncover the dark purpose behind the disappearances. When a ghost Charlie is indebted to also vanishes, he has no choice but to face the shadows and his growing feelings for Sam. The boys must be willing to risk it all to save York's spirits, because their adversary will stop at nothing to complete their devastating plan. Afterlives are at stake, and Charlie is running out of time. So if that sounds like something you would want to read, then join us in July when we will be reading this book. And then the following Saturday in August, the live show will be happening. Then the August book, the prompt for that is Out and Proud cover. So basically a cover where it's like, there's no doubt that this book is queer, like the Henna Wars. Delilah Green. You can see that they're queer, you know? So for August, we will be reading Sorry Bro by Talene Voskuni. So this is a sapphic book with a female-female relationship, bisexual rep, and Armenian rep. And it has 354 pages, so getting a bit longer there. So when Na's non-Armenian boyfriend gets down on one knee and proposes to her in front of a room full of drunk San Francisco tech boys, she realizes it's time to find someone who shares her idea of romance. Enter her mother. Armed with plenty of mum guilt and a spreadsheet of Facebook-stalked Armenian men, she convinces Na to attend Explore Armenia, a month-long series of events in the city. But it's not the mum-approved playboy doctor or wealthy engineer who catches her eye. It's Erebuni, a woman as equally immersed in the witchy arts as she is in preserving Armenian identity. Suddenly, with Erebuni as her wingwoman, the events feel like far less of a chore and much more of an adventure. Who knew cooking up kuftis together could be so sexy? Erebuni helps Na see the beauty of their shared culture and makes her feel understood in a way she never has before. But there's one teeny problem. Na's not exactly out as bisexual. So if that sounds like fun, then join us in October to read the book, and the live show will be the first Saturday in September. So those are the only books I am letting you know that we're reading right now. So every time I do an announcement, it will be the next 3 months worth of books. So that's the book club. I am still really nervous to do this. I hope someone will read a book with me. That would be fun. If this was really confusing to understand, the information is all in the Discord below, so go ahead and check that out. Hopefully all the information is there. If there's anything that you are unsure about or anything that I have missed, then please feel free to ask. You can either ask here on the comments, or you can go to the Discord and ask me stuff there. Queer or not, here we come. Bye.